SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information. Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are continuing our Upstone Against the World show that we do every week with Doug Upstone, where we talk to him about the two articles that he's written for SBRforum.com about the NFL. The first article he writes is Value Plays. The second article that he writes is about games that he recommends to completely avoid. And right now we're going to discuss the three games that he thinks we should just completely stay off of for NFL Week 4. Doug Upstone, thanks for being back with us this week.
All right, Peter, I'm doing great myself. Everything's looking good. Anxious to get started for Week 4.
Wow, what a voice, what a voice. All right, Doug Upstone, tell us the first game that you think we should just completely stay off of.
The first one I'm looking at is Pittsburgh at Minnesota in London. Now, both of these teams are 0-3. The last thing the coaches want to do, and the players for that matter, is have to make a long trip over to London, have all the distractions, and be passing out goodwill. These two teams have combined for 19 turnovers already, and their offenses and defenses have not been clutch when it counted. I think you stay away from this game like Chernobyl and go to another game to find some betting odds in jolly old England.
Well, Doug Upstone, I guess mediocre minds think alike, because that's exactly how I see this game as well. I previewed this game with Tony George. He thinks there's some value to be had with Pittsburgh -2.5. I think it's a complete stay off. Totally scared of the game. No way I'm going to touch it with my own money. I agree with you, Doug Upstone. All right, game to avoid, number 2.
Game number 2 is New York at Kansas City. Peter, the Giants are only 20 months removed from winning a Super Bowl, but yet 3 weeks into this season, the New York Jets have a better chance to make the playoffs than they do. Now, the question I have, though, why was the opening spread only -4 for Kansas City? Because I think a lot of handicappers, using their power ratings, probably had the Chiefs at 6 or 7. That alone, for me, kind of scares me in this game, so that's going to take me off this non-conference clash.
Yeah, Doug, I completely agree with you. I mean, especially after last week, if ever there was a bounce-back spot for the Giants, it was last week, and just getting shut out 38-0. Got to be a wait and see with all Giants games until we can start to get a better handle. I agree with you. Pass on that one as well. All right, game to avoid, number 3, Doug Upstone.
Game to avoid, number 3, is Arizona at Tampa Bay. Now, in the last 10-plus seasons, Arizona is 20 and 62 on the road, and they've covered just over 40% of the time. In Tampa, Greg Schaun is starting to look like a complete disaster, and they are recently 1-8 straight up and against the spread, and it was further complicated by what happened on Wednesday with Josh Freeman getting benched. Too many things going on here. Stay away, save your money, and find a much better game.
I kind of agree. I definitely agree with you on the side, although I did preview this game with Tony George. He made a great argument supporting the under 41, and I think that probably is a play with some value, but I completely agree with you. The game has a lot of question marks, and as far as the spread is concerned, definitely a stay away from me. All right, thanks so much, Doug Upstone, once again, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Peter. Have a great week.